Let's go to the main menu and click Tools. In the search box at the top, type in Media. Under the Content menu, click Media. The Media window opens up to a floating panel full window. Now this is the direct way to get to the Media tool. We can get through it through a right-click menu, and I'll show you that in a few moments. The Media tool is a wonderful way to add graphics to your documents, primarily though for your PowerPoint presentations. Now over at the left, you have the hamburger menu. That's the 3 horizontal lines, and that gives you access to this toolbar at the left. If we click it, it'll disappear, giving us more room. If we click it again and it'll enable it, we can see the options. So first, you can navigate through these facets or these filters. We have purpose, and you can see those there. We have language. We have media collection. Notice the more button is there. If we click that, you can see there's quite a bit of media collections that can help you focus on specific types of media. For example, we have Bible screen animations. Then we have tags, and there's a whole bunch of those. We also have kind, image, raster, video, multi-page vector, various authors, biblical people. This is pretty handy. So if you want to look at all the slides dealing with, let's say, Jesus, we can click on Jesus, and in a few moments, all the media library connected to Jesus in your library is now available. You can see there's quite a variety of images here. Then there's biblical places, biblical things. Now, if we click on an item, it's very important that you'll see that you have this search criteria. First all, then English, then Jesus. If we click on another item, let's say boats, now we're combining all those concepts together. If you click an X of an individual item, it can remove that specific one. So I'm going to click on English, and now I just have Jesus and boats. And if I click on Jesus and I just have boats, now I get a lot more. So please be aware that as you're clicking, you can control those options up here. Besides biblical places, there's biblical things, biblical events, and biblical concepts. There is a lot of information here. Now, to reset your search, simply click All. That will remove all the search criteria. Another strategy is to just simply type in something you're looking for. For example, let's say I am looking for boat. I'll type in boat. You can see the various options. Instead of choosing from the items below, I'm going to click on the white arrow in the circle and search for boat. And now all the illustrations I have regarding a boat are now listed in my media window. So this is really a great way for you to get access to images for your PowerPoint free of charge. Notice also Logos has this option, Logos Media, and if we click it, you can see user media. Now, if you're wondering what user media is, that's the media you upload to your website. So I'm going to click Upload Media. A window is opened up. I can navigate to my computer, and I can find media. So, for example, here's something my daughter made, Rules of Engagement. I'm going to click Open. In a few moments, Logos is going to upload this media to the Logos program. And there it is. And now I can copy this, send it, save it, whatever I want to do with it. Now I'm going to click on Find Media. And notice now that Logos has changed it from Logos Media to User Media. So you now can see all the different images that I have uploaded here. So this is a wonderful feature in Logos. However, you do need to be connected to the internet to be able to use this feature. All right, let's click the X and close this down, and let's open up our Bible. I'm going to go to the library icon, type in the NASB 95 for this example, and I'll click on the New American Standard Bible. Now, I can right-click on any word in any verse, and the right-click menu will open up. If you choose the reference, like I have here at the top left, and go to the right, you're going to see that you have visual copy. This is another way to get to the media tool. I'm going to click visual copy. You can see the media tool is opened up. And what has happened is Logos has created a slide of the verse content for me. Now I can click copy and then paste that directly into PowerPoint. I can choose save as and export it as a graphic file. I can click send to and send it. Now test number 2 is a sermon document, in case you're wondering what that is. So that'll be my most recent sermon document. I can send it to Faith Life Proclaim PowerPoint. I can even print it out and I can post it to the various social media outlets, including email. Notice at the left we have format options, 16 by 9 or 4 by 3. We can also click on the menu and choose our dimensions. Now, the Bible text that came over is listed right here. Now, little tip, when you're copying and pasting text that is formatted like poetry, that can be a little problematic. Let me give you an example. Let's close this down. I'm going to go to Proverbs 6:11 and select the text from verse 11 through 19. Once the text is selected, I'm going to right-click on the selected text. At the left, at the top, I'm going to click on the reference icon, and I'm going to choose Visual Copy. Now, I chose this particular passage because of the formatting that is built into the proverb. As you can see, the text has come in with a lot of indentations, extra spaces, and so forth. And as a result of that, all the text will not fit on the slide. There's also a visual cue to help you, and that's that orange circle right here. That's to let you know there's more than one slide. So if I go over to the right and float my mouse over the vertical scroll bar and scroll down, we now can see each slide has been created. Now, it's a lot of work to go in there and make the changes to the text to get rid of all those tabs and indents and so forth. Here's my advice. Let's go back to Logos, right-click on the text, choose the reference label again at the left, and then use Copy Styled. Now, the style I have, let me show you what I've done here. I've clicked on Tools on the menu, then type in Copy to get access to copy Bible verses. And my current style is my proverb. It's the custom style I created. But essentially, if we click on it, I've chosen oration one paragraph. That's essentially what I'm using here. This is the style that has been copied when I clicked on the style from the menu. Let me click X to close this. Now let's go back to the media tool. And I'm going to go into my body text and press Control-A for the PC, Command-A for the Mac, and delete everything. Then right-click and paste. You'll notice that all the content went in there. Now I'm going to get rid of the Proverbs 6:11 and just put in the number 11. You now can see that the whole text has been placed in my PowerPoint slide, so be aware of that option. Now if we scroll down, you'll notice that the reference, Proverbs 6:11 through 19, is included, and that is right here listed at the top. When you right-click and choose Visual Copy, Logos draws from these special colored slides. Each book of the Bible is different, and that's why we see Proverbs here at the top right. That's a custom Proverbs slide. But if you click Find Media, Logos will let you pick from any type of slide, and that's what makes this so powerful. Very quickly, you can select some different backgrounds and mix up the variety of slides and images to make it more interesting and compelling to your audience. Now, to send it to PowerPoint, all we have to do is select our slide. Now, I'm going to choose a different one now. I'm going to choose this brown background. Notice in a few moments, Logos makes the change and puts it in there. Now, to send it to PowerPoint, I'm going to click Send To, and I'm going to click PowerPoint. If you have PowerPoint on your computer, it'll automatically open up and insert the slide. I have found out, though, that if you open PowerPoint first, then Send To, Logos typically opens up a new PowerPoint slide. If that happens to you, then don't choose Send to PowerPoint. Instead, just hit Copy, then go back to PowerPoint, click New Slide, and then click Paste. And Logos will paste that new image on top of your PowerPoint slide. That's a good manual strategy to get the PowerPoint slide created. All right, let's return to the media tool. Now, you can change the font size, the color, and the style, but you must first select the item you want to change at the right. So if we click on Proverbs 6:11 through 19, which I've just done this box, you can see we can change the font. I'll change it to Aleo, and it takes Logos a moment to make that change. I could change it from 90 to, let's say, 100 and press Enter. Now it's a little bit bigger. I can change the color. Let's say we'll go with a yellow. And I can click on Styles. At the time this recording was made, these were the only options. I'm going to choose Enhanced White. And now my PowerPoint slide has changed. In addition to that, I can click on individual items and I can delete them. But it's a little bit trickier in the program. To get rid of the Bible reference, we have to uncheck the abbreviated title on every slide. Then we have to delete the contents of the abbreviated title and do it that way. That's how we remove items from the slide. You can't go in there and delete it. If I want to get rid of the reference, then I'll select the text and delete it, and I can uncheck the reference on every slide as well. Now, one thing you can do is you can change the size of the boxes. So I'm going to grab the left side, drag it up to the right. As soon as you make a change, Logos will take a moment to fix that. I'm going to grab the other corner, drag that down there to the bottom right. So now my text is taking up the whole slide. Now, you might be wondering, what about those boxes there? Well, let's see what happens. Let's click on Send to PowerPoint. Notice those empty boxes did not come along for the ride, and that's really important to remember. If there's no text there, then the boxes will not come along. Now I have used the full slide of all the text, and now the text is a little bit larger and easier to read. Let's go back to our Logos Media tool. Over the top right, you'll see the 3 vertical dots. That's also called the stoplight menu. This is primarily for printing and exporting, though you do have some other options here. If you click the X located here, that'll turn off the formatting options. If you click the 4 boxes here, that'll let you view some of the previous slides so that you can quickly grab and go. This makes it a little bit easier to make a slide change, so I'll click on this one. So that's pretty handy for making some quick slide changes. And Logos kind of keep track of the last few slides you've been using, so that's where it's real handy. And if you click the back button, that will remember the previous slide that you used. So think of this as navigational history. Up here, though, if we hit less than sign, it will also undo our previous changes. So be aware of these different navigational tools. All right, let's go ahead and click the X at the top right. And let me just show you one other tip. I'm going to click on the 3 dots in the shape of a pyramid and expand the menu. Now collapse the menus by clicking on the triangle and then scroll down till you get to Media and click and expand that. Make sure Media is checked, as well as Atlas Maps, Other Media, and Verse of the Day. You'll see now that I have an icon right here. This is a visual cue to let you know that there is media associated with that slide. I'm going to click on that icon. In a few moments, Logos is going to pull up that media. This is really cool. I call them the verse-by-verse slides, and they are specific slides to specific verses with their own graphic. Very cool. And so this adds a little more creativity to your presentation and is much more engaging. Now, if you didn't see that media, or if that media was turned off, if you click on Find Media, here's a strategy that you can use. First, let's click on All, and let's reset our slides. If you want to see if there's artwork for a particular slide, click on All as we've done here to reset the search criteria. The next step is type in the name of the book. So let's type in Proverbs and press Enter. Then enter the chapter. Let's put in number 6 and press Enter. This is really the best approach. I have played with this for some time, and this is the easiest way to find a verse. Now, all we have to do is float our mouse over the slide, and the verse pops up. Proverbs 2:6, 2:27. There you go, 6:27. I do think it's important to have it in English, so let's click on English. And now if we float our mouse, we can see the passages. And this is a pretty straightforward way to find all the art slides connected to a chapter in a Bible of the book. Let me click All here to reset it. Now, when it comes to finding books with, let's say, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, or 1st, 2nd Samuel, I recommend that you click here under Media Collection, Logos Verse of the Day. That'll filter out any non-verse slide. Then we'll put in the book. Let's put in Kings and press Enter. Then we can put in the number 1 for 1st Kings. We'll click English to make sure we're getting English verses. And that pretty much will limit the slides to what you're looking for. So here we have 1 Kings 3:28, 1 Kings 7:16, 1 Kings 12:24. Now, if we put in a number, let's say 24 to find the verse, there we go. Since you're unable to search for the book number, the chapter, or the verse, as long as that number is part of one of those elements, it'll bring back the slides that are connected to that number. So 1 could be the 1 Kings, it could be 1 Kings 1, or it could be 1 Kings 2:1. That 1 can be in any one of those spots. So hopefully that'll help you find slides connected to your passage. Let's do one more example. Let's click on this slide, and it really doesn't matter what slide you click on. And let's send this to my test number 2. Like I said, that was my most recent sermon document I created, and there we go. I'm going to click on Slides, and there it is. So the integration of media to PowerPoint, to save to your local computer, or to send to Sermon Docs is real user-friendly. And may you use it to make more engaging PowerPoint presentations. Let's go ahead and click the X to close all.